There's a moment in life that most people never notice. It's not dramatic, no warning sound, no alarm. Just a quiet decision that repeats itself every month. A paycheck comes in, bills get paid. A little enjoyment happens, and whatever is left disappears. Then the next month comes, the cycle repeats. What many people don't realize is this: sometimes the biggest thief of your future isn't poverty. It's comfort. And this is the story of a man who slowly realized his salary was quietly stealing his future. Daniel had what most people would call a good life, a stable job, a steady salary, a small apartment that looked nice enough. Every month his phone buzzed with the same message: salary credited. At first, it felt like success. He would sit back in his chair at work, smile slightly, and think, I'm doing okay. Bills were paid. Food was on the table. Occasional dinners with friends. Nothing extravagant, just comfortable. And comfort has a very quiet way of convincing you that everything is fine. Years passed like that, but one evening, something small happened that changed everything. Daniel was visiting an older cousin, a man who lived a much simpler life than he expected. No flashy car, no expensive clothes, yet the man seemed strangely relaxed. Not the tired kind of relaxed, the secure kind. While they were talking, the cousin asked a simple question. Daniel, what will your life look like in 20 years if nothing changes? Daniel laughed at first, hopefully richer, but the cousin shook his head. No, I didn't ask what you hope. I asked what your current habits guarantee. Silence filled the room. Daniel realized something uncomfortable. His salary was paying for his present, but it wasn't building his future. Most people think wealth is about earning more, but that's rarely the real problem. The real trap is far quieter. Lifestyle expansion. When your income grows, your spending quietly grows with it. A slightly better phone, a slightly nicer apartment, a few more subscriptions, a few more you deserve it purchases. Nothing extreme. Just small upgrades that slowly absorb every extra dollar. Daniel realized something terrifying. Every raise he had ever gotten had disappeared into a slightly more expensive life. His income had grown, but his future hadn't. No real investments, no assets, no financial momentum, just a bigger version of the same cycle: earn, spend, repeat. That night Daniel couldn't sleep. For the first time, he asked himself a question many people avoid: if I stop working, what continues paying me? The answer was brutally simple: nothing. No investments, no assets, no systems. Just his ability to wake up every morning and trade time for money. And suddenly something became very clear. His salary wasn't freedom. His salary was dependency. It worked, only as long as he worked. And that realization was uncomfortable enough to change him. The next month, when his salary arrived, Daniel did something different. Before paying for anything else, he paid his future first, a small investment. Not huge, not dramatic, just intentional. Then he did it again the next month, and again the month after. He began learning about assets, stocks, long-term investments, compound growth, and something interesting started happening. The number wasn't growing fast, but the direction of his life had changed. For the first time, money wasn't just passing through his hands. It was starting to work for him. Wealth doesn't usually explode overnight. It grows quietly, slowly, almost invisibly. But time does something magical when investments are consistent. Small seeds become trees. Daniel eventually realized something powerful. Most people spend decades working for money, but the few who understand investing eventually let money work for them. And that difference changes everything. The truth is, salaries are not the enemy, but if a salary is the only thing building your life, then your future may be more fragile than it looks. Because real financial stability doesn't come from income alone. It comes from ownership, investment, and time. So maybe the real question isn't, how much do you earn? Maybe the real question is, how much of what you earn is quietly building your future? If this story made you think differently about money, subscribe for more real-life stories about wealth, discipline, and the decisions that shape our future. And tell me in the comments, what was the moment you started thinking seriously about investing? Because sometimes, one question can change the direction of an entire life.